people, we are back, and today, we celebrating Trinidad and Tobago always, so we always have to talk to our national players, our national footballers, cricketers, basketballers. But today, we have a very special guest, our former goalkeeper of the national men's team, national men's football team, none other than Mr. John Michael Williams.
What's happening? What's happening? Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, what shall we switch up now? But you see how he was behaving just now. What's happening, guys? It's me, John. What's up? What's up?
Hi.
John, how are you feeling these days seeing how the national team playing?
These days, as in weeks or months?
I would say weeks.
Oh,
with the new head coach.
Yeah, I think Angus is somebody I've played with on the national team. I've played against at the club level in Trinidad, and somebody I know particularly well. So there's no surprise to me seeing the transformation in the team right now. Right.
So you're expecting only wins these days?
No, I didn't say that. You're acting like those Trinidad reporters, man. Stop doing that. All I said was I expected the transformation. You saw a transformation with the mentality of the players. You saw a transformation with the heart and the effort they put into the games. And that is what I expected. Results are not really guaranteed. It took Messi 3 Copa America finals to finally win one. So you're the best player in the world. Results are not guaranteed. But one thing I expected to see with Angus at the helm was solid performances and players playing with heart and soul. And you're seeing that quite clearly now.
Nice. John, like with the recent game between Trinidad and Mexico, it had a lot of racism that took place after the game. You have experienced that, scene that you played club football and when you would have traveled with the national team all over the world.
It's clear you didn't do your research, Jr Lee. It's clear you didn't do your research. I actually played in Eastern Europe in 2009, 2010. I played in Hungary, in Budapest, a team called Ferencváros. And I actually left the club because of situations like that. I think racism is something, to be honest, it is getting better. That being said, something has to be done about the situations in Central America. You all would have witnessed the game we played against Mexico way back to the 2015 Gold Cup, where the game ended 4-4. It was dubbed the best game of the Gold Cup history. But even when Jovan was going to take the corner that resulted in the 4-4, the header being scored and the 4-4 result, the fans were just tossing endless bottles and cans and stuff like that at him. A lot of people would see it as maybe some kind of gamesmanship and trying to throw him off. But there are times that the Mexicans don't do things like that, and coincidentally or not, it's because I think a lot of times they play against these Caribbean teams, these teams that have heavily, littered with black players and players of African descent. I think they use those situations to really show and to portray that level of racism. It has been going on for quite a while. I think FIFA has to step in. I think CONCACAF has to make an example. And that's the only way it will get better. If examples are not made, especially with a situation of this magnitude, it won't get better. So, like you expecting, like based on the experience, you expect any measures to be taken by FIFA or CONCACAF? You're trying to put me in trouble.
No.
What I can say is that I hope they really come down with some heavy sanctions. I think I read somewhere they said they wanted to ban the Mexican national team from having spectators for 2 of their home World Cup qualifying games. Now, while that's a drastic step, I still think it's not enough. In the current competition right now, the second home for Mexico is the US. So when you go to play when you go to play Mexico, in the US, it's almost like you're playing in Mexico. I could say that because I've played Mexico in Mexico and I've played Mexico in the United States. And sometimes it is even more daunting and intimidating because fans that are outside of the country and are getting an opportunity to see their national team play, they kind of exude and exhibit a different level of passion, So I think CONCACAF has to step in now within this competition and probably do something a little steeper.
Yeah. You would have played with the national team during the year of like people going to the stadium and supporting, and well, the support kind of dying down. As you said just now, like, you know, it is really give the team an extra push. You really think once the spirit of the people of the country is back up where, yo, they rail on the national team, the players will transform even more?
It will be a factor. I think Angus now, I think what he has done really well is to help lift the spirit of the team, even without the support of some of the Trinidad supporters. And in all fairness, to some of the Trinidad supporters, you know, we like to say some of them are bandwagonists. That is true. But to some of them, it has been very heartbreaking in the past couple months, in the past year or so, in terms of the national team, us being eliminated by the likes, I think it was Bahamas knocked us out, 0-0 result, was it? And I don't know, I think even the 7-0 against the US earlier on in January, things like that kind of make Trinidad fans a little bit despondent. I think Angus has done a really good job with helping to transform the mentality and the mindset of the players, even without that level of passion and commitment from the fans. So now the onus is on the fans now to get behind the team right now and really push them. I think with that push, it'll get us over the line and we could probably qualify for the quarterfinals and who knows, go on to the semi-final and maybe even the final of the Gold Cup.
And win?
Yeah, and probably win, yeah.
You will bet money on winning?
No, I don't bet at all. I don't work for money twice. So once I work for my money, I don't give it to somebody else to work for it again. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, nice. In the near future, you see yourself being one of the you see yourself being one of the goalkeeping coaches?
No, not in the near future.
Why is that?
I think for me, I think I've chosen a different route. I'm currently a goalkeeping coach in Halifax Wanderers Football Club in the Canadian Premier League. Right. Stephen Hart, former Trinidad and Tobago coach, is the head coach. I want to spend as much time out here learning in a foreign environment, learning what the likes of the Canadians do and really growing before I'm able to come back and give back. Of course, I'll come back and give back. I'll come back and assist in whatever way. But as for now, I think I want to focus on spending my time.
Full time right now.
Yeah.
You rather play or you rather coach? Which one do you enjoy the most?
Is that a real question?
That is a real question.
Oh my days. Come on, man. Any footballing person would have rather to play football than to coach. Coaching is a good joy, you get the opportunity to give back and to lend your knowledge and experience, but there's no greater joy in football than playing.
On the days on the national team, who would have been your most favorite person to play with? Like what's that person on the team?
Let me ask you a question. How many years have I played with Trinidad and Tobago national team? Tell me.
A lot.
Do their homework. Somebody do their homework. How many years?
A lot.
What's a lot for you? Tell me, what's a lot?
About 8, 10 maybe.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. 14 years consecutive.
Wow, 14. Right? Yes, that would have been true because people, you all may not know this, but Jan knew me as a little boy, like Jan bring back football, signed by Ronaldinho and thing for me already,
well, in terms of your height, Junior Lee, I think it's still a little boy, but let me move past it. Started in 2003. I made my debut in South Africa, in the African continent against Botswana. Then I had the likes of the assistant coach to the national team now and definitely my best person I've played with in terms of learning and coaching and helping me through Renald Carrington. And I played with the likes of Angus Eve, Derek King, Brent Sancho, Dwight York, name them all. I've played with the likes of the Kevin Molinos of this generation, the Hackshaws, Radan Fabubaka, you name them. I've played with them all.
I love it. I sense a bit of a politician in here. So I know I might see you going down that route soon. Maybe
not
the next Minister of Sports. But answer me this one. Who is your least favorite person that you used to have on the team?
That's one question I never answer. In terms of a team, you have players that you cling to more, and players that you don't really get that vibe and that energy from. And that's normal. It's the same with life. I tend to focus on building relationships, and that is what I would have done throughout my career. Just try to establish relationships and build them. I was never focused on the relationships that didn't develop. So I really cannot answer that question if I'm being honest.
And that's a Karl Marx here, you're in it, right? John, give me the signal here. Thank you so much for sitting with us and chatting a little bit. I want to have you back soon and we could talk a little more about you, because today we talk about the national team and stuff, but we could talk about you from the days you start into now, right?
For sure, anytime.
Stay right there. We're going to take a little small break and we're going to be right back. I think we're coming back with Jaiga. So stay right there.